In this same country, it is on record that the APC government is complicit in the terrorist attacks all over Nigeria on account of the fact that they were the ones who imported these terrorists into Nigeria. In Katsina, the home state of the idiot who just died, who brought these same monkeys into Nigeria, people are going round. They're going round begging terrorists to allow them back on their farms. My Yoruba brothers and sisters, think Katsina, Buhari's home state, they are busy begging Fulani terrorists, whom the state, led by Buhari himself, imported into Nigeria. What do you think is going to happen after Bulaba has left if we don't all concert our efforts to ensure that we speak against this evil and demand better of our system and of the evil people who are ruining our country? What kind of state speaks of defeating terrorism when charges credibly laid by the likes of Bugaje, who was one of them, has not been discharged? Commodore Laumi came into the public space. He was a spook, for heaven's sake. These are not people who come to speak like me. They are more tempered. They sit down, they think, and they are careful about coming to the public space to talk about the things they know, because they are obliged by the Official Secrets Act not to speak. But please, think about it. Olawumi came to the public space and spoke of persons in high government offices who are sponsors of terrorism. Bulaba has done nothing about it and is talking about improvement in security. Please, I recall very clearly that Olawumi reminded all of us, and we came to know, that a list was submitted comprising of over 300 names of sponsors of Boko Haram in Nigeria, given to our government by the UAE. Bulaba has done nothing about it, but he wants you to believe that our security apparatus, who are more busy with chasing Yele, chasing Sea King, chasing people who are asking for good governance, it is those chasing good governance that the government treats as terrorists.
Do you remember that whenever any president is being sworn in, he swore to protect life and property? That is the major issue they came to do to the people. To protect life and property. If you have failed on this particular major duty, please, what other progress are you talking about? Look at Nigeria. We are now sharing governance with the terrorists. Next year, he will still do another speech. But you will not tell Nigerians why the government is sharing power with terrorists. Sharing power. They now decide what to do and what not to do. They tell Nigerian government what they want and they will comply. They give you their names. You can't even pronounce it. President Tinubu was quick to mention IPOB and ESN in the Southeast. But this other people did not. He didn't call their names out. He had never, since he came into office, these Fulani headsmen that are terrorizing farmers, he had never called out their name. One day. Can you compare IPOB and what they are fighting for and what the people are doing to us? Can you compare it? So when you have not identified the problem, how can you solve it? How can you solve it? Every year, the same rhetorics. The same rhetorics. You want to. What have you done exactly that you can go to market and say, yes, this thing, we can see it. You remove first subsidy. Where is the result? Are you not still borrowing money? So what is this thing that every time they will write speeches to deceive Nigerians? You brought a net fund and the universities increased their school fees. So the gain of the net fund was taken away. You give me by the right hand and you collect it with the left hand.
Oh well.
So what is that thing that you and I can take to the bank and say, yes, this thing is working?
A couple of days ago, Bill Mayer
one of the top commentators and political pundits in the United States of America, with a very massive following, a very powerful man with a powerful voice in America, together with Radio Genoa, which is also a very powerful medium, one of the most powerful in the United States, came up with some interesting observations, which of course are false. They said, that 500,000 Christians were murdered in Nigeria by terrorists in the last 1 year. This is completely untrue, as you know, and it is what you call disinformation. And it's interesting that Bill Maher would do this just a few days after our vice president went to the United Nations and made a historic and courageous speech, very inspiring speech, in which he condemned the things that were going on in Gaza, the murder, the genocide in Gaza, and in which he called for a two-state solution to the situation between the Palestinians and the Israelis as being the only way forward. That's the stated position of our country. We are a sovereign country, and the speech was brilliant. Evidently, this upset a few people in the American media and in the United States of America. And Bill Maher and those behind him now decided to organize an orchestrated campaign of disinformation to paint our country as a bunch of Christian haters and people that indulge in Christian genocide. Well, nothing could be further from the truth. Their objective is to divide us, defame us, destroy us, cause us to turn against one another, and demonize us before the whole world as a precursor to now attempting to destabilize us, delegitimize us, decertify us, and call us a nation of interest in which they will now inflict and impose sanctions in order to bring us to our knees. Well, it's not going to work. And let me make this abundantly clear. We do have terrorists in this country, and people are being killed in this country. But it is not only Christians that are being killed. Christians and Muslims are being killed. They are being slaughtered by terrorists who are not even representative of the Islamic faith. They are nothing but criminals and terrorists. And our armed forces and security agencies are killing them in equal measure and fighting back. We are doing our very best, and I might add, without any help from the Americans or the French or the Brits or anybody else. We are doing it on our own. We're doing a good job. We're doing it as best as we can. The idea that only Christians are being slaughtered in our country is a complete falsehood. It's not true. It is a lie from the pit of hell. And no one will divide us on religious lines. We are fighting the terrorists as one, both Christians and Muslims. We are going through these challenges as one, and we will face the enemy as one. Nobody will divide us on religious or ethnic lines in this country. We are Nigeria. We are great. We are Nigerians. We're strong. We're powerful. And we will face the enemy with or without the help of the Americans. God bless Nigeria and stand for our country. Stand for the green, white, green.
We have the raw videos of the happenings, especially in my own state of Benue, in my own immediate community of Yerwata, where in June about 278 of my kinsmen were killed in the most gruesome, most horrific manner. You know, we have direct videos of the events of that day. We have thousands of pictures, thousands of videos. And then for the neighboring communities too in the same state, we have more than 30 other neighboring communities across 10 local governments in Benue State and southern part of Nasarawa State. That's the state that borders Benue State. So some of those things are what we shared with Truth Nigeria in Washington and Equipping the Persecuted, a non-profit that is dedicated towards fighting this cause. And of course, in my meeting with Representative Chris Smith, we also shared this same information. So if I'm able to meet with the senator, I have more than that to share direct, cogent evidence of what is happening. Because what some of the senators in the U.S. are saying about us is quite understated. We want them to get a clearer picture. It's quite understated. So I'm a direct victim in what is happening. I'm a survivor. So we want them to get the clearer picture, not the narrative that is a little bit skewed.
And then where are you located, sir?
Yeah, I'm in Edmond. I'm a graduate student at the University of Central Oklahoma.
Okay, sir. Well, I have all the information I need from you at the moment, and then as soon as I hear something back, we'll have somebody contact you. And then if you don't hear back in the next week or so, give us a call back.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. All right. Have a good one.
All right. So how soon will that be?
I'm not sure exactly, sir. I couldn't tell you just because obviously everything going on right now with the government shutdown. But I'm going to be sending this email up right now, actually, and then I'll get you information as soon as I have more for you.
All right. Thank you so much for your concern. We count on you to be liberated, because we are in a form of bondage. We've been targeted. We've been persecuted. Yeah, there's
And when were you able to flee Nigeria, you said?
No, I really didn't flee per se. I only came here last year as a student. I came here last year as a student, yeah. But the entirety of my community is left desolate right now. Everybody's in the IDP camp because we are facing that threat constantly. Constantly, they keep sending the information about their coming, and of course, anytime they send a threat message, they do execute it. Yeah.
Understand. All right, sir. Well, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and give us a call back if you don't hear from us in the next week or so.
All right. Thank you very much.
There's genocide against the poor in this country. There's genocide against Muslims in this country. There's genocide against Christians in this country. There's genocide against children in this country. To now separate it and say maybe it's one religion or the other. Interestingly, Nigeria doesn't count or do DNA of people who are killed to determine whether they are carrying a Bible or a Quran. So the number of people that were abducted on our road yesterday, did anybody find out whether they are Christians or Muslims? Whereas the U.S. can nitpick symbolically to say, because they have policies, definitely. They say, oh, there are genocides against Christians in Nigeria. Why is the U.S. not taking the same position in Gaza? That there's genocide against Muslims by Israel. So there's international hypocrisy about that. In a country where they are killing 6,000 people a day, you did not designate the killer as a genocidal government. But you are here. Please, let's be careful. I am not in any way defending what is happening in Nigeria. But I'm just saying that the problem with Nigeria has nothing to do with religion. It's complete irresponsible leadership and insecurity that kills everybody.
Yes.
What about when the terrorists go and kill people in the mosque? When you talk about insecurity in this country today, it happens more in the north, in the Muslim part of the north. And that's the truth. That's where they go to mosque. I think they killed about 35 people in a mosque in Kas. And the people who killed them were not Christians. They are probably people who identify as Muslims.
For those who follow me speak on issues of security generally, I always like to give this background. That first we must understand that we are in the age of what some experts say durable disorder. That is one. Two, also that we are also in the age where experts have also predicted that there will be less interstate war but intrastate war, where non-state actors, who perhaps experts have also said many of them don't have war to win, but will increasingly try to weaken the power of state actors. Thirdly, we are also in an age where, yes, the primary responsibility of security is government, but the security have also been redefined. A whole government approach, but a whole people approach. So I just thought I should give this background. That attack may be seen as a one-off thing. But the implication is that when something affects your neighbor, don't take it for granted that it is your neighbor and then you can go to sleep. The neighbors have to say, So both domestically, regionally, and globally. That is why you see that experts will always say that to win the war against criminal non-state actors, there has to be a collective approach. And therefore, no country, whether it is Cameroon or Chad or Niger or any of these countries, you think that no, it's Nigerian business because the criminal non-state actors maybe are organic to Nigeria. No, it must be a collective responsibility. And that's why you see that Nigeria is the country that is founding multinational joint task force, even though it considered the headquarters to be in N'Djamena. And that's why you see that Chad. And that's why you see that consistently the force commanders are Nigeria, because it's Nigeria that is in the lead. Even though other countries are there and they have their officers, and also their troops working together across their own border.
Welcome back. I know many of you don't hear or use the issue of insecurity right from Buhari era. Many persons out there normally talk, it is Buhari that brought all these guys to this country. That is what many persons alleged then. But no one took it serious until the same Buhari died and insecurity increased. That is when people normally start to talk about it. Even as we tell Unaso, this insecurity of it don't cause some issue now. We be say won't cause issue between Christian and Muslim in Nigeria because of the way some persons out there are trying to push propaganda on one another. Though this insecurity we be so keen now everybody they face them together. We all know, but we know the angle we be so keen that they bypass. That is why you see Israel they try let them know so keen now most of the Christian they buy. But as we all know, so okay now everywhere it touch. So I just want to let every one of you know that this guy's agenda and the plan maybe so okay it inside their memory. It's not a plan maybe so okay they look by only one remain one. Their plan be say me they buy and take over everywhere. If to send the report where all these guys go give those guys for outside country be that if for even make sense. This one will be okay, you won't push them on one region, they make sense. No be waiting everybody to try here be that. We try to make it be see they settle all the insecurity so that okay everyone will keep their peace for this country. If you carefully understand within daily Farutimi the talk, in the talk and see this man called Buhari will be seeing in die, now be the person will be saying bring them. And if Yoruba people no do the needful as now their own person they now. Anytime we say their person don't come out, he go turn issue upon them. Waiting daily for waiting me talk in the world for waiting in the talk. Because waiting in the talk, some people don't talk and before and it don't come to pass. The same thing where they refer to me come on the talk with that. So make a lot for now be so keen be Yoruba now make una fit they use this opportunity to tell Tinubu say the as Nahim did now, if he do the needful for them so that okay they go fit get their freedom and liberty so that anytime we say okay don't come out, they no go fit get issue of insecurity again. Now waiting everybody they talk. And while you hearing this now, I know say okay get what you want to talk concerning within everybody don't talk for you. If you get anything like that, make it drop on for inside comment section, make everyone learn. And also if today be your first time, let's share, subscribe, thank you.